grade work? Oh, yep, I see. I see everyone. Hello, hello. Let me just recalibrate my model. Everything looks good. Okay. That happened a lot faster and smoother than the first time. Alright. Let's go over to just chatting. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my after party after we just watched a 42-minute long premiere. Hopefully my internet holds up, because it has been very special today. But hello. Welcome. Let's see. Welcome, welcome! Very good video, Yam. I enjoyed it. Have to get used to seeing the streams on a separate channel. I know. You guys need to subscribe here, because unfortunately I have to stream on a separate channel now to keep myself out of trouble. Hello, welcome everyone. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. This is the Yam Albat Streams channel over on YouTube. We're also live on Twitch at the same time, by the way. So if you prefer Twitch's UI, you can hop on over to twitch.tv/yamalbat. Welcome. How did you guys like the video? It was a huge undertaking. So I have been writing this video for a total of 5 months. The script is currently 40 pages long. You guys just got to see the first 22 pages. You guys got to see the first 22 pages. So part 1 was all about the red flags to look for in a VTuber agency. It is on my end. My internet is bad. My internet is bad. I really hope it improves. It was so close to not having scuff. So close to not having scuff. Well made vid, thank you. Hopefully we stay live. I know we've got some dropped frames. Anyways, need to process my thoughts about that video later. Yeah, you might have to rewatch. It's a lot of information. I kind of, I crammed like a few research months. I crammed a few months of research into your brains all at once. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I have been behind the scenes. I've been behind the scenes in, I want to say 3 agencies, though one of them was for an incredibly brief period of time, so I don't know if I count that. And there was just some common red flags that I have seen over and over, both behind the scenes and publicly. I will see agencies crop up, like, they crop up, like, every day. Hundreds of agencies crop up every day. It is concerning, the amount of red flags I'll see in an agency, and the amount of people are like, let's go, I just auditioned for this agency, and I'm just like, my dude. My brother in Christ. That is no agency, that is one guy in a Discord. I already know it. Yeah. Because these days, like, anyone can make, like, nice graphics. They can make, like, a cute intro video with a few VTuber model silhouettes, and they will get, like, 500 auditions. It is insane. It is insane, the, amount of support that a new agency will have even to this day. Even when there are free-to-use models that look just as good as VTuber agency models. Even when VTube Studio is free. even when starting your own VTuber group is free. So I really felt like I needed to make a video on this. It has been nearly half a year in the making. It was actually my friend, E.G., who convinced me to break it up into 2 parts. This was planned to be like a 2-hour, 2-hour long, like, what is it called? A 2-hour long video essay. But, you know, I think it's better broken up. Keeps it more organized. Not gonna lie, I saw some of the signs, but sometimes gloss over it with the notion of glossing over. Now I'm gonna take it more seriously. It can really ruin your career to sign with the wrong agency. It really can. I've had a friend who signed with an agency, and said agency was a few people, I'm not gonna give too much detail, but just a few people, like a few friends, who started this agency, and they knew nothing about VTubers other than they were VTuber fans, and one of them was an artist, so, you know, yeah, that's how we'll get our VTuber models done. And, you know, you always think, oh yeah, Kato, you also told me to break it up into parts. You're right. Welcome, Kato Kito. Kato Kito makes great video essays too. Yeah. And then, so my friend in that agency, she thought, okay, well, you know what, it gets me a model, it gets me a start to my career, right? So I'm gonna do it. Turns out that agency would haunt her for the rest of her career. She still hasn't been able to shake it off, the impact that signing with a red flag agency has done on her career, and she has considered quitting several times because of it. Because once you have that on your reputation, even if you reincarnate as an indie, people are still going to bring it up forever, for the rest of time. So it's really, really unfortunate when you accidentally join a red flag agency, because even if you get out, it's a mark on your career. Yeah. There are a lot of people who also want to get free VTuber models. The thing is, there are free VTuber models that work. Like, if you just check Booth, I think people don't know where to look for these resources. That's the frustrating part, because I really just want to tell them, that's not how you start. Please, please, please start another way. Was surprised how many red flags applied to my last job, which I watched 30 people, including myself, laid off in a month for no reason. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hope you find stable employment soon. Thank you everyone for following and subscribing. Let's see. Also wondered if you are one guy on Discord, why not try to make a VTuber group instead? Exactly. Money. Money is the answer to that. Basically, they were thinking, oh, I look at Gargura, she rakes in a few 6-figure streams. Therefore I could do the same thing with my own anime girls, and I could earn that kind of money. Yeah. I hope your friend can still pursue other avenues of content creation if VTubing doesn't work out for them. Yeah, I agree. I wish the scene was more forgiving than it is. I really wish that she could move on, but you know, this this community is so good at voice recognition that even if you wanted to have a private life after you graduate from a company, it's pretty much impossible to. Not only that, PNG models are easy to make, and there are smaller artists who can do a bargain with for an affordable model. Yes! Yeah. If you join a company, that model isn't free per se. You don't own it, it's not free. It's like a subscription model, but you pay with your work and time. That's an interesting way to think about it, and I actually really like that, Kato. Yeah. I'm gonna think on that. Because no, it's not free, because it's not yours. Yeah. As a 3-plant slime, I am very happy. As to the red flags and advice, it's so applicable to many areas of business, especially in small outfits, yeah. PNG tubers rise up. PNG tubing is... it can be more expressive than a lot of 2D and 3D models if done well. There's some expressions that PNG tubers can make that is really hard to do good transitions for in live 2D. If you consider a PNG tuber more like a visual novel sprite sheet, it can be really, really expressive and a really great opportunity. Oh, my alerts are slightly off. Hold on. There we go. Thank you, everyone. Plus, aren't PNG tubers the best options for less powerful PCs? Yes. I might have to, you know, I want to do a video on how to, like, actually start as a VTuber. I know I talked, like, a little bit about debuts and what to do instead, but, like, yeah. A rental model is definitely something I can imagine a scam outfit doing, yeah. Oh, let me tell you, it's been 2024, man. I am honestly no longer surprised by the amount of red flag agencies that have been outed as red flag agencies. I have, like, my personal goal with videos is, I'm not false ID, I'm not Kyo. My videos aim to be evergreen, so whenever I make a video, I try and make it on something that's not going to change. Hence why I didn't say any names specifically. Other than Hololive, I did mention Hololive in the video just because I needed some sort of reference point for everyone. And it's only February. I know, right? So I don't really cover current events because my videos, they take so long that if I tried to cover current events, it would immediately be outdated. And a lot of my friends cover current events, and it's always disheartening to them when they just uploaded. Like, they just crammed 40 hours of work into 3 days to get the video out in time, and then the moment they upload, it's outdated. So I decided to do an evergreen video on this instead. Because I'm hoping that this video is still relevant 3 years from now. And can still be helpful to someone who just got a job offer 3 years in the future for Hololive Gen 20, you know? Also very important thing for those who are thinking about starting to VTube, your model can be as simple as a stick figure, no matter what it is. Or what matters is how much it clicks with you. Yes! One day I randomly thought to myself, I'm gonna be a chicken nugget. And 20 minutes later, I had a nugget PMG ready for streaming, and I can't tell you how happy I am with it. Thank you for sharing your story, Kenny. It is honestly, the only thing that limits you is your ability, or not your ability, sorry, your willingness to try. Yeah. Is this a sort of widget for showing your local time? Oh, a widget? Yeah! That is my local time. It is 1 p.m. right now. I just had lunch. Yeah. The reason I have that widget is because sometimes my VODs get uploaded out of order. And it is also for any clips, so that people can see when a clip occurred. Finally covered everything on this site. Here's another drama. Yep, exactly. All the news and drama covering channels are very tired these days. So I don't cover news and drama. I don't try and keep my... I do try to keep my content evergreen. I know that you try to keep your content evergreen, but I think the timing with this video and your Snowmiku video could not have been better. I do plan ahead to have the search term that I am making the video on somewhat relevant, but I had no idea how relevant this video would be when I planned it. I had zero clue when I planned this video how relevant it would be. Yeah. It is indeed, like, kind of shocking, and I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. On one hand, I want this video to do really well. On another hand, I don't want to be added to any sort of list. I genuinely try to stay very neutral. And I generally want everyone, regardless of how they feel about current events, to feel welcome in my community. And I never want any of my content to ever feel like I'm spreading hate or sicking my audience on anyone. I really just want everyone to have the information they need to make their own, to form their own opinions. Like, I'm not trying to influence you guys to agree with me. I'm trying to, get the gears turning in your head to kind of, like, understand, the world of VTubers and the world around us, so that you can make your own decision about whether an agency is worth your support. You know? I don't think, I don't think any sane person will even take this list serious. I've just, you know, I've kept a clean record up until this point. Well, that's not true. My parasocialism video didn't go over so well with certain people. Yum fully knows what she'd get on the list with that thumbnail. Like I said... How do I say this? On YouTube, if you want to get a video out to people, you gotta get people to click on it. So that explains the thumbnail, right? I didn't follow any current drama, nor does it apply specifically to me at the moment, but I enjoyed the discussion. Hope you've been well. Thank you, Nomadic. Yeah. I mean, take care of yourselves these days, guys. Following current events can be exhausting and mentally draining and ruin the fun. Like, the reason we started VTubing and liking VTubers back in 2020 was to have fun when the outside world was yucky. And now that a lot of yucky things are happening in VTubers, I want to continue to focus on the fun, but I also want people to be aware, in case they ever end up wanting to put their time or money or talent towards a VTuber agency. Take me back to the fun days! I know, I hate it! It's so hard these days. The current events keep current eventing, indeed. And remember, have fun! Comedy on fire! Hello, Yam! Hello, Bat Bunch! Hi, placeholder. That's just the YouTube game, yeah. If you look at my channel, there are plenty of instances of clickbait. I fully admit to it. It is just how it is. it's very hard to get a... It is very hard to get views on a video without having a clickable thumbnail. That's just how it is. Sad to find out your Oshis were suffering through a lot when they were making you happy. Sours the whole thing. It's really hard. I will say, I have had Oshis in red flag agencies before. I have, and I have also, you know, had friends in red flag agencies before, and it is heartbreaking. It is really, really hard to stand by that person while you know they're being taken advantage of. When you know they're suffering behind the scenes. You know that they wake up every day and they put on a mask because they want to entertain people. That is their dream. But right before the stream, they were crying and breaking down because they just found out they aren't getting reimbursed for that $2,000 music video they just did with the agency. Like, it is really hard because you care about them so much and you don't want them to have to deal with that. It's tough. It's tough supporting friends and Oshis in these red flag agencies, and it is hard to not open your mouth about specific agencies when your friend is in them. But your friend, what they want is... They don't want their audience to know because they want to continue to make you guys smile. So you really just have to support them when they go indie because that's the only thing you can do. You can complain to management. You can send them emails. I have sent many emails to many agencies. I have sent really strongly worded emails to many agencies. And some agencies have legitimately said thank you for your advice. I may have scared an agency so badly that they never opened with my advice. I may have done that. But it's better than them signing a bunch of talents that they couldn't support on, right? Yeah. Allegedly, I am the reason why there is one less agency in the world. Because I sent them like a 3-paragraph long email about their red flags. Okay, let me catch up on chat. If I learned anything from your video, it's just do your dang research before you join the agency. I get it, you're excited to join, but be smart about it and watch someone like you. And the scary part is, research only takes you so far. I have accepted, you know, my friends and I aren't stupid people. We do our research, and yet we've still encountered red flag agencies, you know? Sometimes they only, show their true colors after the contract is signed. So, you know, research does help, but it's not a surefire way. What is a surefire way is getting a lawyer. And I will admit my mistakes. I have failed to hire a lawyer in the past. I have failed to hire a lawyer in the past to look at my contracts. Going forward, I will no longer fail to hire a lawyer to look at my contracts. I see the importance of it now. Raising the floor of intellectual thought. Oh. The only list I'm putting Cam on is my favorite VTubers list, thanks. Gave me a lot to think about in the hypothetical situation of creating my own VTuber agency rather than joining one. That's good, Haru! Because if aspiring people who want to start an agency watch my video, I'm also very happy. Because it helps you avoid the pitfalls of people before you. It's just a YouTube game, yeah. Sorry, I'm bad at reading chat. Hiring lawyers can be a scary thing, it is. Yeah, the scary part is when some agencies reach out to you, they make you so comfortable that you trust them. That's happened to me. I've been scouted a few times. I have, because once you... I feel like a lot of established creators have, gotten scouted before. To be honest, agency or people in the agency need to be more respectful to their talents because without them, the agency is nothing. My theory is that they forget that the anime people they employ are actually people. That is my game theory. Did you toggle something? No, I actually made this for this video. See? So this is an asset. I have it linked in the description of my video. It is just a bare hand, but then I made a sleeve for it. Yeah. I just broke all your immersion, right? Even the good agencies suffer stress and setback once in a while. Yeah. But everyone can treat the VTubers with kindness, I agree. It's just... yeah. People are gonna make lists, yeah. Can I ask if part 2 is going to be about if you get into an agency, or is it also about getting into an agency? It is not. Part 2 is going to be... how much do I want to say? Part 2 is gonna be if... dissecting the argument as to whether agencies are even viable or not. You know? At this point, I have arguments for and against agencies and for and against VTuber groups. I'm really just going to dissect the pros and cons of VTuber agencies, VTuber groups, our conception of our perception. Oh my gosh, bat brain. Our perception of what it means to be an indie versus what it means to be a corporate VTuber. The fact that there's a lot of the things in between indie and corpo. Stuff like that. It may be the only time that I ever mention indies like Shy Lily on this channel. Because yeah, we gotta admit the trailblazers, you know? So part 1 was all I needed to get part 1 out like right away because I feel like everyone needs to know about agency red flags. I know we're not supposed to say goodbye in chat. Oh, thank you. No, you're good. You're good. Just Plume. You're good. Don't worry. But genuinely, I hope everyone has a good day or night. Times can be rough offline and online, so positivity is something we need this day. Yeah, you can say goodbye in my chat. Just don't say, alright, bye, you're boring, I'm gonna go watch Gargura now. That is not allowed. Yeah, so I needed to get part 1 out because of, you know, factors. The next part is gonna be kind of just dissecting on a broader scale. Sorry for the jacket zip. My immersion. You know, part 2 is gonna be more about, like, what do we even do at this point? Do we still support VTuber agencies? How do I feel about VTuber agencies? What do we do? You know? Because I am personally really on the fence about VTuber agencies. Trailblazer, do you play Honkai Star Rail? I do not. I do not. I haven't played a MiHoYo game since Genshin Impact when they added the second area. That is the last time I played a MiHoYo game. Alright, let's see. Yeah, folks, charge big bucks for the kind of consulting you're giving for free. I mean, if it saves people from joining horrible agencies, I'll do it for free. If I go watch Garger, it's not because you've been boring. I think it's... think being boring is physically impossible for you. What do you mean? You get... I feel like I am a boring streamer to watch, but... you know, everyone has their taste. How much is hiring a lawyer? I actually looked into this. For a single consult, you can get a single consult under $100 for a contract lawyer. At least, if you do it online. But you know. This is a line I actually cut from the video because I thought it was too harsh, but I'm gonna put it here for anyone interested. So, in my humble opinion, if you can't afford to hire a lawyer, you can't afford to join a VTuber agency. I know, like, that is really harsh, but I feel like you would be better off. I feel like you would be better off paying more upfront to make sure that you aren't being taken advantage of for an entire year. But I did delete that from the video because I didn't want to make anyone feel bad about their financial situation. Especially because agencies do tend to prey on people who don't have the funds to fund their own indie setup. She's right though, considering how much of a loss the other agency VTuber had. That's like several lawyers. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And then you're contractually obligated to potentially work for free for an entire year. Now, people that poor would think that is a must and might go in minus. Just figure out what I want my first tattoo to be. Gonna mark myself with my Oshi. Hope nothing bad happens. It better not be me. Do something else. Do something else. You should get a chicken nugget instead. Let's see. Yeah, as a self-employed or one-person LTD, you should always have a lawyer and an accountant. Yeah. Agencies like a farmer's co-op, but for VTubers would be successful. I'm gonna talk about VTuber groups versus VTuber agencies and the pros and cons. I will say, I have been doing kind of like a data tally for part 2. And I'm gonna actually retally because I found a better resource than Twitter. The first tally was through Twitter. So I grabbed, I want to say 200 VTuber agencies and groups, and I calculated their success rate. This was based on Twitter, so these numbers are not anywhere scientific. Agencies seem to have a 1/3 success rate, 33%. And VTuber groups seem to have less than 10% success rate. The good part of a VTuber group is you can leave anytime, which is why they have a lower success rate. But the bad news is because it's all volunteer work, you're gonna have a lower success rate because no one's getting paid. Yeah. Fun fact, people already do that. Oh, I need it. Oh, okay. What about making your own one-person agency? Fun fact, people do that, but not for VTubing agencies. So what people do, So they buy a domain and make several emails a stock website with agency media. Oh. And they go through with those for events and early access stuff because other companies think they have a media company. That is wild. Okay, let me... Sorry, I'm gonna skip over some chat because I'm behind. Yeah. Let's see. If you can't afford to enter a contract in general, you can't afford to hire a lawyer. Yeah. Or if you're too nervous to approach a lawyer, how nervous would you be negotiating with management? Not good, yeah. See, I really wanted to keep that in the video, but I was really worried. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I was really worried that I would come off the wrong way. I want to seem supportive to people. I don't want to seem like I'm looking down on them. Thank you. Working for exposure as a musician, that VTubers deal with the same garbage. Yeah. Good point. Always read your legal contracts and have a lawyer or attorney review them for you. Know your rights based on where you live. Yeah. Also seems when indies get too big, they really need a manager, editor, accountant, and so on. Work just seems so much. I haven't been in such a situation, but I imagine it's true. It is. What I currently do feels like a full-time job. And I do have, you know, I have a loose manager. I have a casual manager. My manager is there when I need him, but I don't work with him all the time. Especially because I've been, like, my schedule has been very sporadic for the last year. My schedule has been very sporadic the last year, so I don't always need a manager, you know, like managing my schedule and stuff, but he's definitely helped me. He has helped me edit scripts, he has helped me, you know, arrange collabs, you know, all the good management stuff, but without any of the contractual obligations, you know? Having an editor would really help the channel. I almost have gotten to the point where I'm like, I really want an editor, but I can't afford it. Especially being in YouTube jail. So, you know, having a team, excellent. Having to make a contract that serious just to have a team doesn't make sense. Casual is a lot better term than loose. Like, it's kind of funny to be honest, like, do people not Google up their sponsors and or collaboration medias? They get in a starstruck phase where they're concerned to lose their opportunity because, how do I put this? Yeah, basically. They're so scared of losing the opportunity that they don't research the opportunity. I'm gonna lower this. We'll put this over here. There we go. Maybe a little higher. There we go. That way I can wear my glasses. There we go. The thing that gets me is thumbnails. I hate making them. Everyone has something they hate about content creation. For me, it's promotion. I hate promoting my stuff. I also don't love editing. Guess what she means is you only get one shot. Do not miss your one chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. And they know they can take advantage of young creators like that. That's what you have a manager for? I have a manager for general guidance, and a second opinion. And Considering that I don't afford an editor, I also can't afford to pay my manager to run all my promotion. But he gives me good ideas, you know? He's also been the big assertive scary, like, I'm Albat's manager when I need a big scary manager to do things for me, because I am generally a non-confrontational person. So that is another really good reason to have a manager. Is he paid hourly or specifically? I don't know if I can discuss that. But yeah, if I don't ask him to manage my social media, then I'm not gonna pay him to manage my social media, you know? She ordered no pickles person, exactly! Big scary dude, TM, yes. Yes. Yes, exactly. Fake manager to negotiate with big scary opportunities is okay. I mean, he's a legit manager, he just, you know, he's not super involved in the channel, unless I need him to be. So he's kind of like an a la carte manager. Does that make sense? A la carte manager. But yeah, I am fully confident that you can get everything as an agency, or everything agencies promise, you can, but at least you're guaranteed that you can do it. Like, not to mention any specific names, but I recently saw a clip of a corporate manager, not a corporate manager, a corporate VTuber who unfortunately was crying on her stream because her company turned down her dream opportunity. And that really hit me hard. Like, if you sign on into an agency to get those dream opportunities, but then your agency doesn't allow that dream to happen, then why are you even there? You know? That's the crazy part. Like, you have to make sure that your agency is on the same page with your dream. Like, if your dream is to, like, be, we'll use my dream. Back when I wanted to start an agency, well, I did want to start an agency at some point. That's probably a good story for this stream, but back when I wanted to audition for an agency, my marketing... In fact, I'm probably gonna put all my auditions up on this channel, if you guys are curious. I should do that. But basically I marketed myself as a viola playing idol, and my dream was to have the 3D hand tracking to support me to do viola concerts virtually, but in front of everyone, you know? Like how Hololive does it. Yeah. But you saw that clip. It actually made me emotional. If we're speaking about the same company, I suspect that the contracts on renewal may be more different from the original and people didn't bother to recheck it. Maybe that's what happened. I don't think they didn't bother to recheck. I think it's really hard once you've built an empire and you've put literally hundreds of hours into an agency persona to know that if you walk away, your hundreds of hours are deleted. They are off the face of the earth and you can never say that that was your work. Regis from Hollow Stars played cello in 3D. I was so happy to see that. That was my original dream. And I auditioned for agencies like that. And if they literally told me, you can't play viola on stream, we'll never make that happen for you, then I would walk away. Yeah. But let me tell you guys about the time I tried to start a VTuber agency. I don't even remember what it's called. Luckily, I quit really early in. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it on my computer so that you guys understand. Let me see. I'm searching my entire computer for it. Basically, I wanted to start a VTuber agency back in 2021. This is when I still went by the name Lorelei Alto. And I was auditioning for agencies left and right. And I basically said to myself, well, I just got rejected from 6 agencies. So I should just start my own. So I tried. You can way back this, I guess. I started a Twitter account under the name Sonata Stage. That was gonna be my VTuber agency, and it was specifically for instrumentalist VTubers. Since I play viola, I was hoping to get a group of VTubers together to be a professional ensemble of virtual musicians. And then we were hopefully going to pool our resources together to get 3D models and hand tracking. That was like the ultimate goal. So I called it a VTuber agency, but what I really was looking for was a self-funded VTuber group. And I took auditions. I got about 50 auditions. And then it hit me as I was researching, because I am a research girly. I like to research. I was researching LLCs and how to maintain them, and basically everything it took to be a legitimate corporation. And I got scared and I shut everything down. I got scared. I got scared because I realized how much it would take. I'm like, wait, I can barely support myself. I'm gonna be supporting 6 other VTubers? Yeah, I'm trying to find the trailer so that you guys can see. I found it! Okay, I found it. I found the logo. I found the logo. You guys want to see the logo of my VTuber agency? This is the logo. Sonata Stage. It got some attention, too. Because this was 2021. At least you didn't fumble it all later. I'm really glad I got scared and quit while I was... before I hurt people. Woo! Let me see if I can find the trailer, though. Let's see. Oh, really? Is trailer... VTuber Census trailer. Here it is. You guys want to see the trailer? I've got it here. I've got it here. Let me mute the BGM for a second. Bring it in. Okay. Let's see. Let me turn this down. There you go. There you go. I'll re-loop it. I made this in a day. Yep. So that was my VTuber agency idea, and that's funny. So I just used stock images. I just used stock images for the VTuber silhouette. And it took me a day to make that. So, you see how easy it is for people to just start a VTuber agency? Do you see how easy it is for people to just look like they have everything together? You just used random VTuber PNGs? No. Random stock images of anime people. Stock images. You love it? I was just getting into video and editing then, actually. But I'm showing all this to you guys so you can see just how easy it is for people to start an agency without knowing anything or having any help behind the scenes. And I'm really glad that I didn't start a VTuber agency. I'm really glad. I'm really glad I didn't start a VTuber agency. Because it would have left everyone disappointed. Because I was not prepared or ready or knowledgeable at all. Like, if you're actually knowledgeable, more power to you. If you're actually knowledgeable and you know what you're doing and you actually have the capital, I'm so sorry if anyone, like, sees this and was like, yeah, I actually, like, put in an audition for your fake VTuber agency. I actually took the time to make an audition video. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be a snake oil salesman. But I was very new to the scene. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just sad that I didn't get in anywhere, and I really wanted that group experience, you know? In some timeline, there's a version of Yam that is either really successful or in a lot of legal trouble. It's the latter, Kenny. I would have been in a lot of legal trouble. Someone who again goes into orgs, so few senior folks know what they're doing regardless of scale, really. That's scary. Dude, my audition, no! Anyways, I am in a VTuber group based on instrumentalists now. It is called VTuber Orchestra, but we are not an agency. But it is a lot of work. That's where most of my time goes towards, besides this channel, is VTuber Orchestra now. Illidan looks at Sonata's stage and slowly shakes her head. You are not prepared. It was a thought. It was an idea. So does this go into type A red flags? Yes. My own agency is a type A red flag agency, and it was very much a red flag agency. There was no support. It's just one dude in a Discord. One dudette in a Discord. Yeah. So, yeah, anyone can start an agency, and they're not purposefully malicious, but they can be really detrimental, a waste of everyone's time and money and efforts. Hello, Yam, how are you doing, my friend? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Yeah, snake oil, you're not a snake oil salesman, if anything. You're a snake with wings and style. A Tsuchinoko! Let's go. I'm a Tsuchinoko? I wanted to play electric triangle in your agency. Hey, I was a percussionist. Triangle can be hard. There was an idea, Yam Fury and the Yam Ventures. Yeah. But this was before I was Yam. I was still Lorelei. And I was just trying to figure out my way in the world. I also... You guys have to remember that I built my PC right before becoming a VTuber, so I didn't understand the internet. And I still don't understand the internet. I don't understand how any of this works. I'm curious if an agency could or would be interesting in training behind-the-scenes staff in the way that some agencies have VTuber academies to train people to become VTubers. I have thoughts about, you know what? I have thoughts about VTuber academies and streamer academies. I don't know if they're a good idea. I need to look into them more, but I don't even think they're a great idea. What do you guys think about content creator academies? I think most of them are scams. But I could be wrong. I haven't seen a legit one. And the VTuber companies that do have academies have never turned out to be good, not the ones I've seen. I do want to be a VTuber, but life gives me every reason not to. Slow internet, speech impediment, etc. Chibi Party, have you ever considered making videos? You don't need quick internet to be a video creator. You can also practice speaking your script as much as you want to before you hit record, and you can edit out any stuttering or mispronunciation. I think videos would suit you well. I think you should give it a try. I mean, if the VTuber Academy I know of seems to have failed miserably, yeah. The only agencies I've seen with VTuber Academies have outed themselves to be red flag agencies. I mean, Jake Paul and Andrew Tate have influencer academies, and those are the ones I know. Definitely a scam. Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of these creator academies, too. Core Streamer Academy, that sounds like a prime OP for scamming. Yeah, I think the idea of them is a good thing, but in practice they probably end up poorly. The only good one is Mari's VTuber Academy. That's what I'm saying. There's no advice on those academies that you can't already find for free on YouTube. I think it's just to give you a false sensation of security that you can get into an agency. Yeah. Much like actor model of academies, there's sure a few that are legit, but most are scams. Yeah. I heard Alara's VTuber Academy helped a lot of VTubers before. Oh, that's good. That's good. Can I look that up? Alara's VTuber Academy. Let me look it up. Alara. Let's see. Oh, this friend. Yes. Actually, Alara is very helpful. But isn't Alara's advice all quite free? Or does she have a bit of paid content? But this is not an agent. I can't show her social media on my channel, but this is not someone that is like Jake Paul level of influencer, like, you know. Let's see. I'm influencer equals someone who infects others with influence. That is actually why you will not find any overall academy that is honestly genuine, because people can give you objectively good advice on editing, mixing goals, etc., but never what exactly your content should be, since that is so different for everyone. Yes. Yeah. I agree. Streaming Academy makes me think they'll work on making people fit the mold rather than having people cultivate their own style. Yeah. I feel like an unnecessary delay to becoming a VTuber. It's also hard to judge if you end up being successful because of the academy or despite the academy. Exactly. Yeah, I just took Yam's advice. Just get a free cheap model and start. You're gonna be Scuff anyways. Guys, we are approaching year 4 and I still have Scuff. I hope that encourages you. And something I didn't talk about very long. In the video was like a lot of VTuber agencies end up making the same content because they're all trying to fit that mold. Whereas it took me 2 years to... Was it 2 years or a year and a half? Anyways, it took me quite a bit to realize that the agency mold didn't fit me and I needed to go in my own direction with content. And if I had joined an agency instead, I would have never realized that I prefer to make analytical videos to streaming Minecraft, you know? Yam, how much would it take you to start a VTuber agency? More capital than I have. Because a lot of people think, oh, it's just the upfront costs of getting the model for each of your VTubers, and then they're gonna make you money, right? No, expect to be in the red for at least 5 years, because you need to continue to supply your VTubers with a salary and a budget on their own content and edited videos. I feel like VShojo... Am I gonna get in trouble for saying this? You guys... I like VShojo, okay? Please don't take this as me hating on VShojo. But I feel like it wasn't until VShojo got, a large, angel investor that they stopped being a red flag agency and started being a green flag agency to me. It was after the angel investor gave them 7 mil. Yeah. So I think VShojo is probably the most green flag.
199 cheered 10 bat bits.
Thank you.
VTuber Agencies, marketing, salary, management, editors, merch, talent help, lawyers, etc.
Yeah, and don't forget the PR. Don't forget the PR. So, I'm not talking bad about VShojo in their current state, but it wasn't until they had a large infusion of capital that I consider them a green flag agency. It wasn't until then. Before then, it was sketch, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, the gun run, if you hear this. You were never malicious. Never malicious, but there was some things that happened. There was some things that happened that I was just like, that doesn't seem good. So, yeah. Yeah, 7 million USD. Angel investor, yes. And after that investment, they ended up doing way better. Mythic, yeah. I've reached out to Mythic before. I didn't hear back, but I reached out to them. Anyways, you know, just a thingy. Disclaimer, that's what I mean. Not a thingy. Disclaimer. I'm not calling out VShojo in its current state or any of the current staff, but before the big investment, they didn't seem to have their head department completely locked down and completely professional. You know? If anything, VShojo goes to show you how even a red flag company can turn around and become a great company sometimes. Agreed. I would say that VShojo is probably the best instance of English VTuber agency that we have. When the talents seem genuinely happy with everything, you can't really complain. It must be really good. And the fact that the girls who weren't happy could leave, you know? To be honest, anyone can start a VTuber agency off 1,000, a few mods, and some friends, but that's more like a friend agency. Yeah, I need to talk about that in my next video. I like the new magnifying glass asset. Thank you. It's not mine. I made it off of a free-to-use asset on Booth, but then I illustrated over it to make it fit my model. That's a nice thing. Yeah, a nice thing about free assets. Yeah, one set of non-renewals on contracts was a bad sign, but then the contracts reportedly got much better. Yeah. I believe that falls under company treats you like family. Yeah. So, company treating you like family. There's a time and place for the family treatment, right? Generally, when everyone gets along in a company, that's a good sign. Like, you know how people say Hololive is a family? I'm not saying them saying on stream that's a red flag. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying behind the scenes, if people are saying, but we're family, when we're doing legal negotiations, that's a red flag. Traced? No, it's not traced. You guys want to see the original asset? I have it linked in my credits. Here, I'll pull up the original asset. It's on Booth, and I made sure that you're allowed to edit it as needed. Tara, gotta find my VTuber folder. VTuber. Here it is. There you go. See? See? That's the original. And then I just added my clothes on top of it. Pretty simple. Yeah. By the way, there's someone in the live chat for the video that was already supposing you were going to talk exclusively about Nijisanji. Oh, I accidentally pinned a different comment. I meant to pin... Unpin. Unpin. I am so scuff. Okay, anyways. No, I mean, people are gonna assume that I was gonna talk about Nijisanji because of the thumbnail. I'm not mad at people who think I'm talking about Nijisanji. By the way, it was bound to happen, unfortunately. Starting business with a family or friends is risky. I know people who have messed over by that sort of arrangement. Yeah. Few people who have a team, but they stream on the same account, but they don't really do numbers. Yeah. My read on the situation is everything happens faster when you're in a sizable agency. You get established faster, you get the good model faster, etc., etc. But then, like, there's only so many people who are willing to watch the same agency content, you know, and without the ability to, like, branch out and do your own thing, if you're in an agency that doesn't let you make other content than the agency VTuber content TM, then you're really... Thanks for the posture check. Then you're really, like, stunting your growth past that point. Hi, Spidey. Thanks for the hydrate. So, I'll talk more about that in part 2, but yeah, I'm really glad I got all that off my chest, because I've kind of held my tongue about agencies, because I needed to be able to talk about them in a very carefully worded sense. So, I'm glad it's out there now. I'm glad that my thoughts are out there. I feel at ease now that I have it out, because I've been a little bit overworked trying to get this out to you guys. I feel like all the video VTubers are overworked these days. Just because of everything going on. Yeah, that's why I feel Shiori Novella's angle is a great one regarding content in the long run, even if she's not the best performing in the wave. Yeah. From what I see, the idea of many VTubers have is that they can use agencies to launch themselves into a visible position and then try to do their own thing. Yeah. Yeah. The hard thing for me to understand about agencies is why they typecast everyone so hard. Ooh, you watched Dune 2, is it good? Is it good? I'm excited. Something that scares me about... Wait, vindicated? Feeling vindicated? I don't know that word, sorry. Something that scares me about VTuber agencies is how they're essentially handing people a career. Of course, what maintains that career is the talent, but starting from 0.0 can be quite intimidating. Yeah. Scarlet and Niji is really doing something different. I haven't watched Scarlet, past debut. I'm sorry. I think after my Oshi Yugo graduated from Niji Sanji English, I feel like I didn't follow Niji Sanji well. Niji Sanji English. I still support Best Girl every time she uploads a new song. Best Girl being Machida Chima. Machida Chima is Best Girl. I'm going to teach you guys about the best girl in Niji Sanji right now. This is her. This is Machida Chima. Please go listen to all her music. She is adorable. She does karaoke streams pretty much every week. She has an incredible range similar to Suisei, but she is also classically trained. So, no matter what happens, I will still stand by Machida Chima. That is all. That is my Chima propaganda for today. But yeah, honestly, Niji Sanji's culture, I've said this kind of from day one. Niji Sanji English's humor is not for me. I don't like spicy humor. I don't like flirtatious humor. So that doesn't leave me a lot of room to watch Niji Sanji English. But I have no bias against them either because I didn't get too invested. I really liked Hugo and his voice. Like, I mostly support VTubers through listening to their music at this point, so if I have a favorite VTuber, it's usually a very musically inclined VTuber. So once Hugo went indie, I was like, okay, I've got what I wanted. I've got what I wanted. I don't need to go through Niji Sanji English anymore to enjoy the music. How do you spell Machida's name? Exactly how you spelled it. M-A-C-H-I-T-A space C-H-I-M-A. Machida Chima. Listen to her cover of Phony and, some of her classical covers. Like Lilium. Machida's model gives me the Ame vibes, I mean. Yeah! Let me find my favorite outfit of Machida Chima's. This one. She's got a few outfits, actually. But this is my favorite. Guys. This is just perfection. I don't know what to tell you. This is where VTubers have peaked. Look at that hair. Look at that forehead. I, I there's nothing more to say. This is the ideal VTuber body. You may not like it. See you later. I freaking love Machida Chima. She's a hamster. She's a hamster, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. Hamster. Aw. Yeah. Hollow Boys are very bros being bros. Yeah, I watched a lot of Hollow Stars English. Not so much anymore cuz my two favorites graduated. But I still keep up with the music. Yeah, back when Vesper and Magni, now it's just a little sad without them. Yeah. Yeah. Though I have been keeping up with the music. Octavio's covers have like, man. The other day his one of his covers came up and I was just like, "Oh, this voice. How do you get so much control over your phrasing?" Like I've also been to a few Regis Altair streams. His streams are always a good time. Very positive. He keeps things very positive, and I saw his 3D concert that he put on for us. I miss Magni and Vesper too. Yeah. I follow them as indies now. I mean, for Vesper, I followed him as an indie before he got into Hololive, so it was just going back to his indie account. I've been to a Sweet Say concert live, let's go! I tried so hard to get tickets to Hololive English Live. Regis did mention you, right? He came to my stream! He came to my stream! Freaked me out! He came to my Breath of the Wild stream and I was doing a naked run, which means you don't put any armor on, and so obviously I was taking heat damage from being in a volcano. And in the middle of a very tense mission while I was burning alive in a volcano and having to constantly heal, Regis came in and I screamed, like, involuntarily screamed. It was really, really embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. Faves graduating reminds me of giving up on NASCAR after Rusty Wallace retired. Stopped watching entirely once a month. My racer Oshi was gone. I have what's called the curse of the Oshi. First Oshi I ever had. Tsukumo-sana. She leaves. Then I like Yugo Asuma. He leaves. Then I love Magni and Vesper, and they leave. Pikami left. That is, like, I'm not allowed to have favorites anymore. In fact, everyone go pray for Machida Chima now. When I close my eyes, I can still hear him screaming, Regis Altair! Yeah, that was definitely a highlight of my streaming career. I was watching a VTuber mimic Kyo Kaneko's debut line while wearing a Kyo wig, and then that moment Kyo popped into chat. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You have the curse too? I thought I was the only one. So, I think I have a theory as to why that is. I think I like the people who don't fit into agencies. I think I just don't like the personality I like is the personality that needs to be free. I think that's what it is. I think the people who are need to be creatively free are the people who leave the agencies the quickest. I think that is very evident with Vesper and Magni. But also Bugo. And then, you know, I think Sana legitimately didn't want to be a streamer. So, yeah. I think I just generally like people who don't make good agency VTubers, and I think that's why I support indies these days.
Tman 199 cheered 5 bat bits. I like people who say it like it is, are relatable, and are super creative. Like Mika or Nina.
I agree. I think Mika and Nina also fall into that personality type that are just not good fits for traditional agencies. Sana was the graduation that hit me hardest. Me too, man. Oh man, I was crying my eyes out during my job listening to the graduation stream. Hi, your videos are so good, thank you. Sana had to choose between streaming and illustration and she chose the latter. Yep. Yep, Selene, same personality, same issue. I think if you have a creative drive that cannot be altered, like a stubborn creative drive, hearing no is really hard for you. Hearing no, you can't do this, or no, we don't support you in that, is really hard for you. Sauna's graduation stream hit all the heartstrings. It's because everyone genuinely loved her. She wasn't a controversial figure. And the graduation stream was legitimately the most beautiful graduation we'll ever see. I'm not biased. I think the only person that I follow nowadays in Niji doesn't fit in that is Reimu, and it's basically because Reimu grabs everything she can, like a burning nail, which is honestly, if you live in Latin America, it makes a lot of sense. In the corporate world, the corporate world is good at crushing things, yeah. But Doki. Yeah, I wish Doki the best. Yeah, you are also not the type that doesn't like no. I hate hearing no. I am also the type that doesn't like hearing no. I am also the type who isn't assertive enough to tell people no. I think I would get taken advantage of in an agency very quickly. Coco, Sana, and Nina, all banger graduations, yeah. Coco's graduation was literally one of my first ever VTuber streams I watched! Well, welcome to the community! Erika Bjako was a nice Norwegian gamer tiger, also graduated. That's such a shame. Oh, yeah. But something is more reassuring about supporting indie creators, and I don't know, I feel like it's a false sense of reassuring, right? Because technically I shouldn't feel reassured. Indies technically have a higher graduation rate than agencies, but at the same time, I feel more secure supporting indies because number one, I know like everything I donate is actually going to them, and number two, I feel like they're not going anywhere as much. Even though that's a silly thing to think about, but like, I don't know why I feel more secure supporting indies these days, but I do. I watch a lot more indies. If you guys don't know, like, my favorite indie to watch is Girl DM. I really like watching Girl DM. Girl DM plays all the games that I can never. Like, all the Souls-like games. And I something about her humor just clicks with me. I've never been to a Girl DM stream that I didn't laugh at. Yam, how can we signal boost you best? Engage with my videos. Engage with my videos and share them. That is the best way you can signal boost me. Because YouTube has suppressed me in the algorithm since they marked my main channel as inappropriate. So if you ever want to like support me, the best way to do it is to share my videos around. And remember to like and comment on them. I hate shilling for myself, but it's true. You can also buy my merch, but that's only if you want to. That's only if you want physical stuff. You know, it's just there for people who want it. Indies have a lot of merits by doing 99% of the work by themselves when they are not supported by a personal manager or a friend. But agencies gain merit when they allow their talent to do things they couldn't do as an indie, like full 3D streams and slash concert. Agreed. Agreed. Girl DM is great. She's very smart and quick on her feet. Her NPC streams show how much she can commit to the bit. It's so good. It's so good. Girl DM is wonderful. Yeah. Inappropriate, wholesome bat. Yeah. I think that you know that if they graduate, indie VTubers are not leaving due to corpo mistreatment. True. Your video already has what? It already has it already has 1,000 views. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I usually get 100 by now. What do you mean? I need to check my YouTube studio. Y'all. Sorry. Let me just check really quick. I really hope it's doing well. Oh, it's doing really well. Oh, guys. Oh, guys, this might be the end of VTuber jail. This might be the end of YouTube jail. Let's go! That's good. That's good. That's good. Yep. 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 Okay. Oh, breathe. Breathe. It's always nerve-wracking when people perceive me. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support on the video. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. If I'm out of... This is my top performing video of all time, actually. I've never had a video perform this well out of the gate. Oh my gosh. I'm a little starstruck. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the sub, Spidey, as always. We're writing the VTuber Agency discussion away, baby. Let's go. Redesign of Iris, not out of the gate. That one was a slow burn, and then it spiked, but not in the first hour. Let me see. Compared to the Iris video, the Iris was at 312 at this point. Push Yum to the moon. So nice.
199 cheered 5 bat bits. Guys, push Yam to the moon. Time to get her to become the size of Nusagi.
Nosagi and I actually have to collab. We should get a collab together. You haven't watched it yet? You can go watch it. I won't be mad if you leave. But, you know, watch it at your leisure. It's kind of a hard watch. I know it's not the most positive, but yeah. It's the best Niji call-out without being a Niji call-out. It's not just Niji, guys. If you have, like, your pulse a little bit... If you're a little bit deeper into the rabbit hole, and if you know the things that are happening, like, we had another agency blow up just yesterday. It is a well overdue video that applies to many agencies. I would say there's more red flag agencies than non-red flag agencies at this point. Even if they only have a few red flags, like... And according to my standards, Hololive has... like, half a red flag themselves. Like, no one is completely spared. Hololive has, like, 1.5 red flags out of 13, which is pretty low. It's hard not to think of Niji with your video. It's the biggest agency to upload like this. Yeah. We also have Wactor. Yeah, oh my gosh. So Wactor is actually the reason why I did such good research on the NDA specifically, because if you have a good NDA, then the agency can't dox you like that, without being in horrible legal trouble. Yam and Nosagi are like, Yam's the really diligent, optimistic, successful cousin, and Nosagi's the drunk uncle who has seen it all. Guys, did you guys know that, I'm not gonna say any ages, but I am guaranteed older than Nosagi. Like, I can guarantee you guys, I'm older than Nosagi. I'm not like the younger one here. Just because Nosagi has seen it all doesn't mean that. It's hard to think about though, yeah. As a Spanish speaker, Walker hit hard. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm really frustrated that the ES community of VTubers cannot catch a break. They need a good agency to give them a good ES branch. Because I'm tired of seeing the many unfortunate the many unfortunate happenings in the ES community. You guys deserve a good agency. You guys really do. Because the ES community is huge. It's just... Oh, thank you, Cyber. Thank you. Oh my gosh, hype train. Yeah. Really. I'm frustrated by the happenings in the ES community. I really want Hololive. Oh yeah, Idol! You know what? There's still hope. Idol ES is coming. Idol ES is coming. And I will definitely support them. I really want the ES community to get the recognition they deserve, because the amount of ES VTubers I see that are just like Hololive quality, but they're doing it all themselves is insane. Insane. ES VTubers are some of the hardest working VTubers on the planet, but they don't get the recognition and they have nowhere to like further their career. The thing is, ES is a difficult one, in fact. That's why I spend more time in the EN community. That's the hard part. I know you might be a bit suspicious to talk about them, but what's your opinion of AN? My experience with AN was very good. My experience with AN, as someone who worked with them,
199 cheered 50 bat bits. Yam, I think if a rich $50 million man decided to make a supergroup of Hispanic talents, they would make bank.
They would make bank, for sure. For sure. Wow, guys, the hype train, thank you. Yama's Katniss and Inosagi's Hamish. Hololive's red flags are because of the culture they have, really emphasizes the purity. Yeah. Oh my goodness, guys! Guys, thank you! Idol partnering with Brave Group should help improve their odds with the success of ES VTubers. Yeah.
Cheered 100 bat
thank
bits.
You.
Try being Germany. We are full of indies, and have only one company. They don't even have a website. They currently buy out famous German indies.
Oh, really? Only one agency? That's so frustrating. European groups would do really well too. I want more VTuber groups for different nationalities, yeah. It's frustrating. I do expect more Haka-style bilinguals in the future Hololive gens. I would love it. Haka has definitely been a trailblazer. I loved his debut. Did you guys see Haka's debut? It's one of my favorite debut bits of all time. It's up there with the Shuya Mino debut. The fact that he got Iago to be like, no, you're in Hololive, or Holostars English, you need to speak English. So good. Haka's been working his butt off nonstop. I have pretty much all his covers in my playlist, yeah. I know there are Brazilian VTuber groups, but I don't like Brazilian streaming YouTuber culture. That's unfortunate. I don't like English. I I have a hard time feeling like I love English streaming culture too, so I understand. I really want European Spanish group. We have a lot of indies trying their hardest to succeed. Support them. Yeah, let's do it. Um, actually, my friend and I have an idea. My friend have an idea. She's gonna teach me how the best phrases to say to a Spanish speaking VTuber if you want to come into their chat. Because the hardest part about like wanting to support so many VTubers that I don't speak their language is I have to like use Google Translate, and then I'm worried that Google Translate is failing me and making me look like a horrible person with my comment. I just want to say like your model is pretty, stuff like that. Portuguese group, I only have 3,000 USD. VTuber groups are a much better option than starting a VTuber agency. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't refresh the view count on my video. I'm getting kind of lightheaded looking at the number. Thank you everyone for the support on the new video. I'm kind of shell-shocked. Like I don't It's been so long that since I've had like a video that went beyond my audience that much. I try and make evergreen content that will get views over time, but they rarely shoot up immediately, you know? Don't view monger. Okay, I'm closing it. I'm closing it. It's closed. We're good. I look into VTuber group that wants only disabled VTubers. Interesting.
Yam, don't do view mongering. It's bad for your health.
Okay, the tab is closed. Or like French, Spanish, or Portuguese, Italian talents, because every time they talk about ES, they think about Latin America. And honestly, it's very hard to break through as your own thing when you're constantly being lumped together with other already shiny and incredible, powerful Latin VTubers themselves. That's an interesting, like, I will say, I am not plugged into the ES community enough to like understand the nuances between Spain Spanish speaking versus South America Spanish speaking versus Mexican Spanish speaking. I know they're all very unique and diverse with their own cultures, and there's dialects of Spanish that are quite different. I know, like, if someone went to Mexico from Spain, the Spanish has its differences. So, I'm really interested to see how the industry will accommodate that unique culture. I really hope that it happens. We need more job opportunities for people in the ES community. You are going to fall on the Latin America VTuber rabbit hole. Send me VTubers, Kenny. Send them to me. I'll fall down. I'll fall down the rabbit hole. Yeah, there are even the same country, there are different dialects. Yeah. Networking is also important. Make sure you're getting to know a lot of different people that can help you with stuff. Yeah. Woo woo woo! Thanks for the hype train, everyone. You guys are so nice. So nice. Latino equals Portuguese plus Spanish-speaking countries in America. Mexico equals Mexico. Interesting. Yeah. I see. So Latino is like all of Latin America and Spanish-speaking people in North and South America. I see. Iron Mouse gets enough teasing / confusion and worse from her using Puerto Rican Spanish? Really? I knew Iron Mouse knew Spanish. I didn't know it was Puerto Rican Spanish. Can only speak for Portuguese speaker, but Portugal Portuguese is completely different language to Brazilian Portuguese. Language is such an interesting thing, right? Because I'm less familiar with Latin languages because I have dedicated my life, well, half my life, to learning Chinese. Um, that is like the language I've been most continually interested in. So I've been learning Chinese, but when you say Chinese, it means over 100 languages. Because I'm learning Mandarin. That is what's spoke. That's like the official language of mainland China, but then in mainland China, there's over 100 unique languages. Um, and then there's also, whenever you say Chinese, there's also Cantonese. And Cantonese is spoken in China, but outside of China. Mandarin is spoken inside and outside of China. And honestly, the dialects within Chinese should be considered they're completely separate languages. Like my boyfriend, he speaks a Chinese dialect with his family, and it is. I can't understand it at all. It doesn't sound like Chinese, it actually sounds more like Japanese. So it is a very different. It is a very different language that, like, grammatically and everything, it's completely different than the Mandarin I learned. Very different. Also, very important thing, Yem and others, if you ever think of using the term Latinx to be inclusive, don't. What is Latinx? Oh, it's offensive? Oh, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have said it out loud. Sorry. Yeah. I'm familiar with Latino and Latina. Yum, you have a man, congrats. Yeah, we've been dating for over a year now. It's been great. Watch Gabriel Iglesias stand up a bit about how differences between the various Spanish speakers. Iron Mouse cracked up when she saw it. Oh, I will definitely check it out. I know Gabriel Iglesias. I've seen his stand up before. Also, TBH, I have to warn you that Hispanic cultures in general tend to be more blunt and crass on the regular. We sometimes say and do stuff that might be off-putting if you're more sensitive. Oh. Yeah, cultural differences have definitely um definitely been something I've been interested in too. Especially because I'm doing cross-cultural dating myself, so it's a lot of getting to learn someone's culture and being okay when someone says, "Oh, you've gotten fatter" in a Chinese setting, and being fine with them being like, "Oh, they're just, trying to say something that they've noticed about your appearance to seem like it's supposed to be a caring statement culturally with especially elders in Chinese settings. Like sometimes when I'm speaking to an older Chinese woman, she'll say, "Oh, 你胖了吗?" or 你胖了, and it means you've gotten fatter, and I have to like be like, "Okay, she's just being nice. She's just being nice. She's just being nice." When I live in America, and that is one of the worst things you can say. uh, Kind of curious, do you know any Northern European VTubers? Alfide. I probably said that horribly wrong. Alfhild? Al I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just put it's Alfhilde. She is part of Mary's agency. There she is. She's a Swedish VTuber. Yeah. Yeah. I love her design. She's very talented. Yeah. Fox. Yeah, she's got like some mythological ties to her design, which I absolutely love. I love when people honor their cultures in their designs too. Along with Merryweather, I know Ike Eveland, he's Swedish, yeah. And of course Kiara. Kiara is Austrian. Yeah. Iron Mouse. Oh, sorry, I already read that. Yeah, I love how many Spanish Chilean. I love how my Spanish Chilean, even though it has the same Spanish base for as Puerto Rico, they're very different. Yeah. The clock widget works again. Yeah. Only French VTuber knows Sarue. Yeah, Sarue is a very good artist. Um, so yeah. Yeah, her design is fantastic. I agree. I agree. So yeah. They're out there. It's just, it's hard to get yourself out there. She has a very prominent accent. Sarue? Yeah. Kiara is Austrian, Australian, a frog, a chicken. She can be whatever she wants. Yeah. Um, I'm also gonna have a German VTuber on my stream soon. Yam, can we expect to see you at any conventions this year? Nope. Unfortunately, I didn't hear back from gosh. What's the VTuber Expo called? See, uh what is the VTuber? Offkai. I applied for Offkai and I didn't get a segment, so not this year. But I will keep applying. Are you going to any conventions as a fan? I've only done that once. I've only been to a convention once. It's not something I normally do. Which is funny because I live in California. So technically it's not that hard for me to go. It's just it's a lot of people, guys. So probably not. Yeah. French VTuber I know is Zolly from Niji. Let's go! Versalia's banded! I know a couple of VTubers from South Africa, like Kitanya, English speaking with a cute accent. Nice. Yeah, you live in Cali, I'm a whole 3,000 miles away from you. I didn't say what part of Cali. But yeah. I do live in California. Hence my I don't know. Do you guys consider my accent to be California accent? I've been told I definitely sound like I'm from the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. Nice. I've only been to Florida on the East Coast. Also in Cali, but Cali is huge, exactly. Did somebody say Ollie? Love that zombie. I like it, Ollie, yeah. Yeah, my understanding is that all the various Chinese languages share a writing system but have wildly diverse pronunciations. Yes. Except there's two writing systems. One is the traditional and the other is the simplified. And you can kind of get by most of the time if you know like if you learn traditional first, you can get by reading simplified because of context and vice versa, but it's tough. I started learning the first writing system I learned for Chinese was traditional, and it still messes me up when I'm taking notes in simplified. As an ESL, I can't tell English accents apart. That's okay. Just sounds like an American accent as a Brit. uh, yeah. What about pinyin? I can totally read pinyin, and pinyin is pretty much Mandarin only because Cantonese has its own pinyin. Yeah. And I can't figure out the Cantonese pinyin. Unfortunately. I feel like if I wanted to learn Cantonese, which I am interested in, I would love to learn Cantonese someday. Because all the best songs are in Cantonese. I would need like a tutor because online learning for Cantonese was not cutting it. I tried to learn, but I would need like a one-on-one teacher who can like help me. Help me. Because Mandarin has 5 tones, right? Cantonese has 9 tones. Cantonese has 9 tones. I don't even know how that's possible. And as an English native speaker, I struggle with tones. I struggle with the tones in Mandarin. So the fact that there's 9 is crazy. And yeah, Cantonese and Vietnamese are both very tough tonal languages. So yeah. Those are the ones you need like a tutor for. But thank you everyone who watches my content in English. If you're not like a native English speaker, I hope I speak clearly enough for you to be able to enjoy my content too. Because I try my best to speak really clearly so that, you know, people can glean information from me even if English is their second language. Oh, tutor. I understand. English is a fun language, isn't it? I'm told California accent is the most accessible of them all. Mayhaps. Your diction is phenomenal. Thank you. I was a classical music major, and I would get points docked off uh for the fact that I didn't have like super clear pronunciation. I actually just use my presentation voice when I do videos. Yeah. Got that Ego Musukashi moment. Yeah. As a Midwesterner, I didn't perceive anything in your accent. Oh, okay. To me, the West Coast is a surfer bro or a valley girl. I have no idea what the West Coast sounds like outside of those. Oh. I've been told I sound a little bit like a valley girl sometimes. Um, don't let that fact that there's a 9 distract you from the fact that Pecora bought a monkey. You speak really clearly, Yam. Honestly, out of all people I've been listening to lately, the only accent I have a bit of a struggle with is the Louisiana accent. The southern accent is something I struggle with at times too, so you're not alone. Though I can't say too much because one of my best friends, Lasso, has a bit of a Texas drawl, you know. As a Midwesterner, I didn't. Oh, sorry, I already read that. Oof. Wow, today was crazy. I gotta go though, guys. Gunter needs his walk. Oh, crud! Before I go, nope. There's something else I gotta do. There's something else I gotta do. So, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. So. Saturday. Saturday is VTuber Roundtable. If you guys don't know what VTuber Roundtable is, that's perfectly fine. I just started the series. It is a podcast of sorts that I have started. What was that slap? That was my hands clapping together. Anyways, I have started a podcast of sorts called VTuber Roundtable, where I get a few VTubers on call together and we just talk about an issue. The next topic is VTuber models. So I need your guys' questions. What you would like to ask. Not experts, but people who are well versed in VTuber models. What do you want to hear about VTuber models. Can be anything from commissions to designs to 2D versus 3D. Can be anything about cost or how to have an engaging stream visually. I'm going to make a community post right now, and you can drop those for me. Let me make this post. VTuber Roundtable is making a return this Saturday. As such, I need you guys to ask me and our fine guests questions all about VTuber models. Ask away about 2D versus 3D versus PNG, prices, design, etc. Drop any and all questions you have below. Multiple submissions are allowed. Okay. Alright. I posted on the main channel, but I'm also going to post it on the Yam Albat Streams channel right now. Really quick. Sorry. Yeah. I would appreciate any and all questions you guys have so that we have an easy time answering the most common questions. Okay, there we go. I have posted them. I will. Oh, I can't copy the. Here. You guys can have that, I guess. It's just it takes you to the community page. Do you have insights about demanding different types of avatars are on a computer? I do have insights. Why don't you you gotta post your question over here though. So that way I don't lose it. And then I guess the last thing to do is say goodbye to YouTube and raid over on Twitch. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Check out my new video if you haven't. We have a new video. And we're gonna... I don't know how to rate on YouTube, but we are gonna rate on Twitch. So, as always, take care, YouTube. And I will continue over on Twitch for a brief moment. Let's see. Did I end it? No. Okay, now end. Okay, now it is YouTube or Twitch exclusive content. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.